So how do you learn? Do you have conversations with people, or how exactly? What do you follow?
I mean, I was like interested in this language. I never really tried to put like many efforts. It was so natural for me because I was interested in it. I used to watch English content.
So it shows in your English and your accent as well that you've been practicing with native speakers. So what are the apps that you use?
So I use that website and it helped me a lot. Like it's the only website that has helped me and it's still helping me. It has been many years and I have not changed it.
Hi everyone, before proceeding with the video, I want to show you this book by Oswald Books, that is Objective General English. It is a complete book on English language. It has questions chapter wise and topic wise. So it is useful for all competitive exams. Not only that, it can enhance your English as well because it contains stuff like parts of speech, noun, adjective, adverb, preposition, confusing words, and a lot of other content. For example, I was going through this page which has, okay, it has a one word substitute. Okay, it is definitely going to help you build your vocabulary and speak effective English. For example, it has one word substitutes of one who doesn't believe in the existence of God. What are they called as? Atheist. And then one who does not express himself freely, introvert. You have many more examples here. So this book is truly beneficial. So if you know somebody who is preparing for competitive exams, share this video with them. You can also buy it to enhance your English learning. So if you use my coupon code Shanta20, you will get up to 40% off. So check their website, check the description of this video for all the details. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm great. How about you?
I'm under the weather, but other than that, everything is fine at my end. So, how is your day going on?
My day is going great as usual, the same routine. My college like isn't started yet, so I have free days and I can focus on my communication skills. Yeah.
Okay, how many days of holidays do you have?
Actually, I recently did my 12th class, so my college hasn't started yet. It will start on 15th of July, so I have 2 weeks more before my college starts.
That's great that you're utilizing this and it's not like you're utilizing it to upskill. That's a really nice thing. So, before moving ahead, just tell me about yourself.
Okay, hi, my name is Pratibha. I'm from Jammu and Kashmir. I am a college first year student. I have decided to pursue bachelor's in chemistry. My hobbies include listening to songs, watching movies, and playing guitar.
Okay, that's great.
I'm learning it.
You're learning guitar.
Yep.
I can see it in your background, I guess.
Yeah, it's there.
Are you also an artist? Do you like drawing?
I used to do drawing when I was 16, but I left it in between because 11th and 12th standards were hard. So yeah, I had to leave all that.
How are you learning guitar? Is it online or do you take offline classes?
Actually, like I recently bought it maybe like 2 months back. I tried to learn it through YouTube, but I think that I need a teacher for that because there are a lot of content on YouTube and I'm not able to figure out from where should I learn. So I think I need a teacher for that. I need to find a teacher first. Then maybe I'll start again.
And what about your English? You speak really good English. So did you go to an English medium school? How did you learn English?
Yes, my school was an English medium, but we didn't used to speak in English in my school. I learned it on my own when there was a lockdown period. I think that contributed a lot because I had nothing to do and I always loved to upskill. And I found out that English is a good thing to have. If you can speak in English, then that means you can communicate with anyone around the world because it's a popular language. So I started learning it and I'm still learning it.
Hmm.
Yep.
So how do you learn? Do you have conversations with people or how exactly? What do you follow?
I mean, I was like interested in this language. I never really tried to put like many efforts. It was so natural for me because I was interested in it. I used to watch English content, maybe conversational videos and all that. And then I used to find many apps where we can talk in English. Obviously, when I was in ninth or eighth, in eighth standard, I was a beginner. So I started with apps called Ace Fluency, all the apps, all the Indians app. So when I thought, okay, like I practiced there for like maybe 6 months, and then there was a point when I thought that okay, now it's not helping me anymore. I have like reached that level. Then I started finding those websites where we can talk to people from another nation as well. So that's how I like have it. I'm practicing it.
That's great. So it shows in your English and your accent as well that you've been practicing with native speakers. So what are the apps that you use?
There's a very like underrated website called Free Four Talk. It's not F4, it's four.
For yes.
So I use that website and it helped me a lot. Like it's the only website that has helped me and it's still helping me. It has been many years and I have not changed it. Yeah.
So is that video conversations or audio?
It's audio conversation. I'm not at all comfortable in doing video conversation with strangers, but recently I started it and I started it with only YouTubers because we see them and then we can talk. So it's much safer than that.
Of course it is. And since you've spoken to a lot of people, I think over 2 or 3 years, right? So do you like small
Yeah.
talks or you like deeper conversations? Do you like talking to people?
Yeah, I love talking. That's why, it's because I love to talk. That's why I started learning English because I cannot
Okay.
talk to like English people in Hindi, right? So I had to learn this language in order to speak to them. So that's why I learned it. And I love deep conversations when like they share, like I get knowledge through it. So I love it when like I talk to people and then they share me their experience of life and I get to learn through them. So it's a great way to learn.
Okay, that says you like deeper conversations, isn't it? Rather than small
Yeah,
talk. Mm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I think on Ace Fluency or something, you wouldn't find many partners who are interested in deeper conversations, if I'm right. They are more into small talk,
Yeah,
hobbies, etc., etc.
yeah, they usually ask very basic question, and that's why I was like, okay, now it's not helping me anymore. I need to change it.
So how do you start off? Like, are you an extrovert? Since you like talking to people, I assume you are. So how do you start off?
Yeah.
What is your favorite small talk topic?
Okay, so when I have to talk to a stranger, I'll first ask like, where are you from and all that, and then I'll find something like maybe he's from Sri Lanka. I'll ask about the weather of Sri Lanka, what's the culture, what kind of food do you eat. Then they share me like their knowledge, like I get to know about the weather and all that. Then I ask question related to that. So that's how it goes on, question
Yes.
after question.
Yes, many people struggle with having conversations, right? Either they cannot frame questions or they don't know how to keep the conversations going. So that's the reason I asked you, how do you start off? And what is the longest conversations you have had with someone? The longest period of time?
I think the longest I like maybe for 2 hours. I think yeah, it was for 2 hours, and it was great because that means the vibe is matching and there's no silence in between. We usually find less people like that, like to those who we can communicate with for like maybe 2 3 hours. They're rare to find these people, but yeah, when you find them, it's obviously interesting and fascinating.
Yes, when I started off my journey, I also started using Ace Fluency just to get comfortable with this idea of talking to strangers. So even I spent a few days on Ace Fluency just trying out the app, and I had one or two conversations which were pretty long, more than 40 to 45 minutes. So yeah, but on YouTube it's difficult because I'm recording it and then it has to be uploaded and then you have to edit it. So it's extra headache for you. So not that
Yeah.
much.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
it's
what?
a bit, it is everything, right? Mhm.
Mm, yes. And since you've spoken to a lot of people, I'm sure you must have come across people who find it difficult to talk from their end, right? So why do you think it is people are so uncomfortable in talking with strangers? I'm sure it happens with everyone initially, but why do you think it happens?
It happens because you're not used to all that, right? Like you stay at your own house, you talk to people you know, and you never have spoken to people you like rarely know or strangers. So I think it happens with everyone. It's human nature, but
Mm.
with practice you can overcome that. So yeah, it's common with everyone, but the important thing is you have to keep going. You don't have to feel so awkward. You should know that it's a learning process and it will be over after some time.
Mm. Yes, and I think introverts find it most challenging to have these conversations, especially with strangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what is one topic that you can talk about without getting bored?
I think I can talk about. I need to think about. I think I love to travel. I love to talk about different countries and culture and people. That's one topic I would be interested in.
Hmm. For me, I think I would be interested in talking movies because I love movies. I love listening to songs, especially Bollywood. But movies, I watch Hollywood and everything. I mean, international and even Indian, even South Indian, North Indian, everything. So I think that is one topic which I will not get bored no matter how long I keep talking.
Yeah. So, which was the recent movie that you watched?
It's an old movie actually, but I watched this movie called Society of the Snow. So I
Okay.
think it was 2017 or 2019, I'm not sure. But what an amazing movie. It was there in my list that I have to watch this movie, but very recently I watched it last week. Oh my God, that movie is going to stay with you for as long as you
Okay.
can remember. So it's a must watch. It's actually a Spanish
Okay, I'll
movie,
watch it.
but it was dubbed in
Mm-hmm.
English. So beautiful.
Okay.
It's based on real life incident and I like survival stories. So and it was also true. So beautifully done.
Okay. I'll watch it for sure.
You should. Okay, you also mentioned that you like learning new things. What's something new that you have recently learned or learning?
So I like today only I was scrolling on my Insta and I found out that a girl draws so well. So I decided that I wanna learn art. But then I told one of my friends that I want to learn art and stuff. Then he told me that what's wrong with you is that you keep making list of things you want to learn. What you should do is that look at all those uh, things that you want to learn and see which you want to learn the most and start with that one. Then I made a list and I found out that I want to learn guitar first, then I want to learn dance and art. So the list is long, but I'm trying that I learn everything one by one.
Hmm. I think it is nice to keep innovating yourself, right? Because otherwise life becomes monotonous. When you have that passion that I have to learn something, I have to learn anything, I mean, upskill continuously or learn something new, it makes you feel alive.
Yeah, exactly. I love to learn new things because, like, I don't know, it's a different kind of feeling when you just find something you can learn and you can talk to people about all those things you've learned. So you open a new door for yourself, right? So it's a
Hmm.
great thing.
Moreover, you have a lot of time at hand right now. You don't have
Yeah.
responsibilities as such that you have to take care of a family so you have that liberty, you have that privilege that you can
Mhm.
learn new things and upskill. And it's always nice to learn and forget. Like rather than never trying. It's like I tried, I learned that, and then maybe you're out of touch, but still doesn't matter. But you have to learn.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, if you could instantly become expert in one subject or field or area, so which one would you like to master?
I think it is gonna be English because English has always fascinated me. It was when I was in seventh standard when I first found out that okay, people do speak in this language. And when I first heard it, like when I first heard English, it was a different kind of feeling. Oh wow, that sounds so great. I need to have this skill in me, and I started working on it. So that would be one thing that I would want my mastery in.
Hmm. So, what do you think you have to improve yet? What are you lacking in when it comes to speaking English?
I mean, Maybe it's that I just feel so stuck in between when, like, for example, I'm telling you something, like telling you about something, and I talk so fast sometimes that I get, like, my mind gets so stuck as I'm speaking so fast, and the mind is not able to comprehend all that. So that's one thing I need to improve on. Maybe I should just slow my pace or maybe do something about it. I'm not sure. But yeah,
Mm.
that's one thing where I'm lacking.
Sometimes you get excited while talking to somebody, and then you have a
Yeah,
rush of
yeah.
thoughts. You try to express everything
Uh-huh.
at once, and then suddenly it's like a brick. You get stuck. What
Mm-hmm.
was next? You forget that. So I think it's natural. It'll come through
Mm-hmm.
practice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
that's happening with me a lot because I get excited so quickly and then I try to explain it so fast that my mind just says stop, stop, stop. So then I need to take a break in between.
Mm.
That happens with me a lot.
So do you also read books?
Yeah, I am trying to, and before this session, I was reading Atomic Habits. So yeah, I'm trying to read these days. I've read two books so far, but I'm trying to read more and more because it's good to gain knowledge about different stuff. Yeah.
So is that to escape the reality or to just relax or to gain knowledge? So what is the main priority or to even improve English?
Whenever I read a book, I go in like different world because book gives you like there are words and sentences in book, and I try to imagine all those stuff. Like for example, when I was reading this Atomic Habit, the author was telling his story, like how he went to a hospital and all the accidents. So I was imagining all that. So maybe it's for escaping the reality. Yeah, I just love that all the experience of reading a book.
Have you discovered your favorite genre yet?
No, not yet, because only read three books so far, so it's hard to decide.
I think fiction gives you the maximum imaginary area, right? Like you can imagine things more when you read fiction. But whereas other motivational or self-help books, it is more of like working on yourself and putting yourself in that position and then imagining things like that. But if you want to create an entire different imaginary world, then I think fiction will be good.
Yeah, yeah. Like 1 month before, I used to think that fiction is just a story. You don't really learn something from it. But then one of my friends said that no, it's not like that. Through fiction, you actually learn. Like that impacts you because through fiction, they tell you a story about a character and how it went through all the rough life and how did that character overcome all that. So you learn through stories and it's a better way to learn something. So then I was like, okay, that's great. I would try fiction too then.
According to me, fictions are best for improving your English because there are multiple characters and they are talking, right? They are having
Mm-hmm.
conversations. So that is there in fiction. In non-fiction, it is mostly you learn vocabulary or good sentences, something like that. But in fiction, you learn how people converse and the thoughts running in their mind, how to describe things. All of this you learn from non-fiction. In fiction, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Okay. Since you're learning guitar, if you could perform one song perfectly, which song would you choose?
I think there's like one song that I love a lot. It's called Dandelions. And I would love to play it one day perfectly.
Okay, I think I've heard it. My kids are more into English songs. I'm more into
Mhm.
Bollywood because I don't understand it 100%. But they're good to hear. So it's nice. I've heard about this song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I love it.
Okay. So any questions from your end?
I have like seen a lot of conversation of yours, and I've like noticed that you're always so calm and composed. Is that something you have gained like from your mother, or like you have learned it, like how to be calm all the time?
So definitely have not learned it from my mother because she's not so calm and composed as I am. She's an extrovert, all in all. Um, I think it is a part of my nature. I don't know where I get it from. Maybe experiences of life. Maybe I was not like this prior to maybe a decade ago. Maybe you have some experiences in life which you gain maturity from. You learn things. You learn to put yourself in different people's shoes and try to understand their perspective, and you learn to listen to people and understand them. So I think some situations had an influence in making me more calm and not reactive to a lot of stuff. Like, don't react too much when somebody praises you, or don't be too excited. Take everything in one stride. So I think, as in how you gain maturity, it happens with you. But in general as well, I am a good listener. I have been calm most of my years. So I think it's a part of my nature. It's not something I've cultivated. It is there within me.
I envy that because like I get angry so quickly and I'm finding ways to just be calm and composed. And that's why I asked you this question. Because it's hard. Like I get so furious in just a second. So it's not a good thing, right? And I need to learn how to be calm.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I think you are young, right? Like you're still in your, not yet
Mm.
started your college. So I think at that age it is okay, but you keep maturing, you keep gaining from your experience and you keep learning from it. So it's like as and how you grow older, you develop a few things. I wouldn't ask you to stay calm now because you're progressing. There's a lot of things you have to learn and you're not settling as of now. So, but still, it is nice to be calm in your mind. But I think it's according to age, you keep evolving. So I think it will happen. And once you become a mother, especially, you gain tons of patience. So that is a total angle and it changes you a lot. So yeah, different things affect that.
Okay, yeah. With experience, maybe I'll be calm in the future. I'm just
Mm,
hoping.
yes. And what are your future plans since you chose bachelor's in chemistry? Any specific reason why you chose this?
I mean, I don't think like at first I wanted to be an engineer, but then I found out that my interest doesn't lies in coding and all that. And then I was so confused because I don't want a job through my degree. I want to like learn skills and get a job from that. So I just took chemistry because I was interested in it for the sake of degree. But I'm trying to learn new things and I will make my career out of it. That's my plan for
Mm.
now.
You're just going to discover along the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Okay. Okay, anything else from you end before we wrap up the session?
I have a question, but maybe like I can ask you after the recording is over. Like
Okay.
I have another question to ask.
All right, then. Well, I'll stop the recording now. It was wonderful talking to you. And I really wish you all the success in your life. You speak beautiful English really nicely. So, yeah, good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. And thanks for having me here. I love the conversation.
Likewise.